Welcome back to Dave and Audrey Does Outdoors on a very special little overnighter. We're up on the west coast. We've gone right across from the east where we live to the west coast. I think we've brought a bit of the kind of misty har with us as well. This is the bridge over the Atlantic. So literally we're on a peninsula, and this is the Atlantic Ocean. You can see it kind of rushing through. You can see how crystal clear that is as well. Absolutely crystal. So we're on a really special little trip. We're going on a little ferry across. It's called the Ferry, and we're going to a small island called Luing, where years ago we were lucky enough to have a little cottage there. So we're going to try and just walk on over the ferry, go on to Luing, pitch the tent. Hopefully this will burn off a little bit the kind of misty har, because we should be able to get a view right across onto Mull. So we're right on the west coast. So thanks again for tuning in. I'm really excited. Much appreciated to April, by the way, for supporting our little trip before we go away down to North Berwick in a couple of days. So stunning, a very special place, full of really happy childhood memories for me. So stay tuned. I'm looking forward to sharing some of those memories with you today. So this is the Ferry. Oh, the last time I was here, I think it was with Mia, but one of the trips you can see, this is where the Atlantic and the sort of sea, so you get some really nice current that the ferry goes across. But you can see, I mean, all the boats get up, you can canoe across that. It's not a bother. Fantastic. So it's just like if you walk on, you're about to lower the sort of gate down, so you can actually get about 6 cars on that right up onto the end here. Audrey, fantastic. Audrey, come here. Get right up here, Paul. That's us. Well done. Last time, one of the times I was here with Luing, there was a big otter swimming about in this. Fantastic. So we're planning to walk around the island in the mist to the biggest town, which is Cullipool. That's us set sail. So just, you know, sometimes you'll get 5 or 6 vehicles, other times just kind of one, and basically just kind of goes up into the current and just goes straight across there. So I mean, it's literally, you know, you're on the boat for like 2 minutes, and it looks a wee bit sinister, but it's not, because they've been doing this crossing for like years and years. So you can see that's the kind of sort of biggest piece of the current here, where the current's going round one island and the mainland. You'll get a bit of a sort of turbulence effect, but it's nothing. It's absolutely nothing to be worried about. It's perfectly safe. See, get a little bit of sort of, but the boat's really stable because it's like a flat hull sort of thing, and then you're basically just swinging around into that little bit there. So you're literally 2 minutes in the boat, and then literally, I don't know, it feels like 30 seconds, you're pulling up. Look how crystal clear that sea is, and it's nice and calm today. And then you just lower down the little side bit, see? And that's what the ramp. Beautiful. Oh, I love that. Look at the crystalness of that water there. That's fantastic. Oh, yes. Nice. And that's it. The minute it lands, you can just, you're off. That's it. Fantastic. Buzzing. And that's, you'll see, so that's like 1, 2, 3, 4, you'll get 4 or 5 vehicles on there with a wee bit of skilled parking in there. I'll give you one guess at what Luing was famous for. Slate mining. Massive, massive industry. Stopped kind of mid 1965, 7, something like that. But we're right on the west coast. Apologies for the hair. I had ordered full sun, but I think it might burn off. It's the sun's trying to peek through here. But again, you've got that eerie atmosphere. You can see the ferry just kind of goes across and back all day. All day. Fantastic. And these slates, this is where I've learnt to skim. I'll go down actually and I'll do a couple of these skimmers in this bit and I'll show you what skimming is in case anyone doesn't know what skimming is. Fantastic. This, honestly, I'm home. Proper home. Look at the slates. Look at that. Just all weather beaten, but no one goes around this way. So look at the quality of skimming stones is just like phenomenal. I'll do 3 or 4 and I'll show you what skimming is. So skimming's when you get quite low to the water. I've got a massive rucksack on, so I'm not doing my best. They're always cool, these monuments to the sea. So you can starting to clear up a little bit. These are just a little outlying little islands, but you can see just the interesting sort of geology, and you know, just again, the east of Scotland's all sandstone, whereas this is much more slate, granite. You can see the volcanic seams, and we're just going to skirt around this side of the island to Cullipool, do some filming, and then we're going to try and go up the highest hill. The highest point on Luing sits up behind Cullipool, so we're going to try and get up to that as well. I've ditched my big bag, and I've just got my little day bag with some lunch in it, which is making things a lot easier, so I can sort of get a bit of pace on with her and get around the island a little bit and try and cram in as much as we possibly can. So beautiful. It's a really nice day. It's calm. There's a few kind of trickier bits I've had to sort of pick up Audrey, and you can imagine, like in a big sort of stormy weather, it can be quite challenging. It's nice and grippy. I've got my decent boots on, so you just kind of need to navigate your way along, just hopping from kind of big sort of boulder to boulder. She's doing well. You can see where they've put charges in the stone. They're like drill marks, so they would drill holes and put dynamite and knock off big slate faces, and then they would kind of manufacture it all into very, very labour intensive into beautiful flat slates mainly for roofing. And there's the first glimmer of Cullipool. Stunning little. They do safari. There's the biggest whirlpool out here somewhere that you can go on. So look on YouTube. It's absolutely amazing. I want to do it. Oh, just we. Really big natural whirlpool out there, and they'll take a rib right through it. Looks amazing. Looks well as scary but fun. Right, along to Cullipool. That's your, big quarry. That whole hillside. there used to be little kind of huts that would be on the mouth, and there'd be mainly guys. I don't know if many women actually cut the slate. How cool are the big quarry? Probably just big holes where they were digging out all the slate. Many a childhood days spent on this beach, climbing on those rocks. I remember seeing this massive jellyfish over that. We used to come down here, just down the little main road, and climb on those rocks there. Oh, they've built, this is a new, there was an old cottage up there the last time I was here. Somebody must have bought it and flattened it, and they've built a really nice, beautiful, I mean very, very exposed slate miners. They used to come up. It's either that one. Oh, I think it was the end one. I think it was this one. I'm not sure. They all look very similar. Very similar. Number 5, number 6. I don't know. Beautiful. I think we used to get around that way. I think it might be the end one. It's beautiful. It's really quiet. It's peaceful. There's a wee kind of sort of visitor centre along that way now, which is quite new. And then you just, I mean, we used to cycle. I mean, look how gorgeous some of these little cottages are. Number 10. Holiday cottage for rent, sleeps 4. Wow, stunning, beautiful spaces. And round to the town hall. It used to be a functioning tap, and I managed to chip my tooth on that. Nah, it's not working. It used to be a proper water source, that. You'd get a nice view of the main town. It's tiny. I think on the island just now there's a couple of hundred people at the most, but lots of little islands. I thought Mull was peeking through, but not quite yet. And we're going up. There's a trig point at the top, but it might be a bit sort of misty, so I thought I'd just do a bit of footage just now. She's doing well. Oh man, great. Really nice to get to the top. This is the wee highest bit as well. It's not a big, I don't even know how many metres it is. It's not very high, but it's fun. Made it the highest point on the Luing. We used to come up that way. They've changed the path, and I've camped down that side a couple of times years ago with Mia and Lou. Still to get Ruby up here, so watch this space. Ribs, quick bite to eat. Amazing. What a space and what a view. walls and the higgledy-piggledy. It's so peaceful, absolutely beautiful. This is back onto the... I'll need to ask Dad if he'll remember, or maybe John. John, if you're watching this, what number was ours? It's either this one, number 6. Or number 5. I think it was number 6, right at the end. But yeah, I remember getting up in the morning, running down here. There's a big sort of boat coming. This was the house that used to have the railway line running. Every summer it'd be you'd come and see if there's anything. Yeah, look, there's an old railway bridge, the railway line. Wow, amazing. There used to be a pond. It used to go right around this garden. There's another little bridge, look. Amazing. Such a special place. It really isn't. It's starting to clear a little bit. You're seeing Mull coming through there, like. Listen, I'm not going to be able to do an overnighter tonight. Watch, Audrey. I've just had a message from April, so I need to get back. So we're not going to switch off yet. We're going to go around, pick up my rucksack, and I'll show you roughly where I'm going to camp the next time, all going well. We've packed a lot in. We got to the highest point, flew the drone quickly, had a walk along, had a look at Cullipool, look at the old cottage. Oh man, I used to get travel sick. So I used to be the one that was like throwing up in the back of the car, because it would take 4 hours, 4.5 hours to get up from where we live, with the wee ferry crossing as well. So yeah, so I guess there's happy memories, but also it was quite traumatic for me getting up here every time. But anyway, forget that bit and remember all the happy bits. Gillian mucking about, the boys, John, Andy Gordon, amazing. And just this, you know, we're just going to follow this path. This is, I mean, I don't know how safe it all is along here, because the path used to run right along this, as clear as it is here, and obviously that whole face tumbled down here. I wouldn't like to be standing under there when that happens. And then even along there, this path is eroding as well. So but so you can see these, I remember exploring some of these, really all of them, with different kids over the years. These kind of quarries, a bit boggy but fun to explore. I think it's pretty stable. I think with the weather, I think you'll get some really, I think at times that's what affected the whole industry. There'd be a really bad storm, and you could imagine if there was any workings here with the weather just like banging, then you know it'd be difficult. Machinery would get damaged and wooden structures would get swept away. So yeah, quite a tough industry to be involved in back then. These beautiful plates that have all been pushed up, and the clarity of the water, crystal clear. That's your Luing cow, beautiful pure brown, hardy beast, and there's lots of little flat bits. It's going to end up being an absolutely gorgeous day. Mull. So this part round here for a little bit of wild camping is definitely in order whenever doable. I don't think it's meant to be today, which is okay. That's okay. Sometimes plans don't work out, but the basis of a good plan is there, and it's solid. Look at all these skimming stones. If you're camping about here, you know what I mean? Crazy. And this, the tide was up. This looks quite a good little bay to have a swim in, because the sea would be up to the kind of darker bit, and it gets quite deep. But yeah, there's a proper little sheltered bay. So there's been a little breeze today as well, which I think's helped. If it was very still, who knows about the midges. But I've got my net and things and my gloves, so if necessary, hence the hat. It's good if you've got a hat skipped cap to keep the midge net off of your face. It helps to keep whereas if it's up against your skin, they'll still. We passed some driftwood back there as well, enough for a fire, which is quite amazing. There's not much. I mean, that, for example, that's the only bit on this whole beach, so there isn't much driftwood around. I think it's too wild, the weather and the seas. And I remember as a child all the tadpoles, you can see them gathering in there. Look at the natural honeysuckle. I don't know if it'd be safer to swim in a pool of water like that, like a quarry. I think it would. It looks really, apart from all the little tadpoles, it looks appealing. So you can see when the tide's out on the jetty, the ferry has to moor way down there, which can be sometimes fun if it's really green and algaeous, but it's not too bad actually. They must keep it clean. But you can see it can moor all the way down. How clear is that? Absolutely stunning. They must have, I think they have a lunch break, so I might get a wee chance to fly the drone. Gorgeous. Crystal clear. So that's the length of the beautiful. That's actually biting me. Some sort of clegg or something. Stunning though. So we're about to sign out. I'll probably sign out on the ferry. Thanks again for tuning in. That was a wee short one today, cut a wee bit short, unforeseen circumstance, but that's life. So remember to give me a wee thumbs up. Me and Audrey appreciate all the support. Leave a wee comment. We'll be back. We've found a couple of really good pitching spots and some driftwood, so we'll definitely be back to this wee spot. Absolute paradise and so close to my heart, honestly. My mum, dad, all my brothers and sisters on this jetty many a time when we were growing up. That's the road that runs around the island down to right down to the bottom is Toberoniki, and there's a little beach sort of bay that way. I think I could pretty well walk around the island. It's not big. Absolutely beautiful though. They must have the right of way because the ferry's slowing down a little bit. You can see the ferry just swings round quite low here. That's it. Nice and easy. Slides up nicely and the car just come off flat. You always get a wee bump. It's pretty flat. Ramp system, it's cool. Comes right out onto the plenty of clearance. You'll just slip in, yeah. Slip in nicely, we'll just get. That's us, straight off and away. Nice. It's quite a busy, thorough. You come here, please. It's quite a busy thoroughfare. All the sailing boats come right through this little channel, just straight across. Right round, and the cars will come off this way. The boat. Cool. Well, cool. Got a female skipper, which is always good to see. Nice. And I'll just be nice and low down here with a spin right round. Get a little wave from the sailing boat. Nice. You just disembark that way, up onto the side. That's us, a wee short one. A little bit of a look at Luing. That's part one of a part two, a two-parter. So aye, Mull's clearing up, the weather's clearing up. Brilliant, couple of miles round the island, got to the top of it. Little day ticket, on foot, no car. Left the car up there in the car park round the back. So listen, remember to give me a wee subscription if you've not already. Much appreciated. We're going to be at 400 soon. And check my Instagram. I managed to reach 1,000 followers on my Instagram, so I'm well chuffed about that. So thanks for everyone. And I will catch you on the next trip. So we're signing out. My name's Dave. This is Audrey, and we'll catch you on the next adventure. Take care.